We found a secretary bird with a string all the way wrapped around its leg really tight, and it needs to be taken off and perhaps some intervention done to help it survive. And we're going to take it to Simon Thomsett, who's the specialist in taking care of these sorts of injuries. So we need to move.
That's been put on deliberately. Yeah. Look, it's gone round and round and round. You're filming that?
Yeah.
Somebody's wrapped it round and round and round and round. So this is what you do your shoes with. Well, who's to say that the rest of the leg is not necrotic? And this part doesn't actually, you see the bones coming through here? My thought is this is probably going to be captive for life. See, the bones could be missing inside the foot, and that's okay. It's hot, which means it's still alive. Because he's had this tied up over here, I think the tendons have not been able to open, so he's been walking about on the club foot, and he's been walking around on the top of his foot, and because of that he's eroded all the flesh away and the bones are coming out through the top of the foot. There's really no need to do surgery at this point. Just going to try to make sure that the infection goes away and try to return the use of the other two toes. If he loses that middle toe, that really might not be a big problem. So we're giving him these boots. My hope is that he'll be able to open this foot in time. Right now is day 1. I don't suppose this thing is going to be anywhere near release for another 6 months or so, which is a real shame because it's an adult, and right now they probably got chicks. Everybody, all the others have got chicks. It's the bones have been exposed, and the bones are going to come out the top of the toe. But funny thing is I think the toe is still alive. Certainly the other two are still alive. And if we can get the infection to go away, then there's a good chance that it might be able to recover the use of its foot good enough for release. I've covered him in pyrethrum dust because he's absolutely covered in lice. And that means he's really quite chronically ill, very depressed, and when they are, they get covered in lice. So he's got pyrethrum powder there, which is about as safe as you're going to be able to get. Still not super safe, so you have to make sure that doesn't get into its food. So, giving it a big whacking dose of cipromycin, which is a good all-round antibiotic. And this is the food that we're giving it. Good. They appreciate it.
Yeah, hello. It's the first movement it's made the entire time.
Good.
So guys, it's a week later and I'm just back at Simon's checking on the secretary bird. Does it have a name yet?
Called Karamu.
Karamu. So we're just here checking on Karamu, who I brought in last week. Anyway, she's doing much better. She's recovering well. Her tendons are starting to grow back. And yeah, it's all looking much better. Her foot's healing up slowly. Still going to be a long time before she's released, but it's just such good news that she hasn't gone and passed away, and she's going to make a healthy recovery. So a secretary bird, it's classed as a raptor, but they're kind of in their own class. They're not really like any other raptor out there. They pair for life. They cruise around in partners. You'll see them all over the plains, and they often get confused as the snake eater bird. A lot of people think they eat mostly snakes. They do eat snakes, but they actually eat bugs and frogs and all sorts of things, little rats. But yeah, such a cool little bird. And they're weird because they don't really fly around much. They're actually just walking around enjoying life. So guys, if you find a raptor that's been injured, get in touch with the Kenya Bird of Prey Trust. Simon Thomsett is an absolute expert. He's a lovely guy. You can bring the bird down to his place on Soysambu. He'll give you an awesome tour, show you around, give you a tea. Wouldn't trust that, but we'll see. And yeah, he'll take the bird off your hands and fix it up. And when it's ready to be released, he'll hopefully bring it back to your place and release it. So you'll have your own raptors to view. Awesome.